when you're communicating with people, there are different types of people that you will communicate with. One person that you communicate with, or one person you come into contact with, is the judgmental attitude person. This is the person who's always placing the blame and condemning the other. This is the one who always uses guilt trips as a part of manipulating the conversation. They say things like, it's all your fault, or you always do this, or you never do that, or you should be ashamed of yourself, or you're the reason why I did this. It was your action that caused me to do this. And so you caused this because you should do better, and then things would get better if you do better. You know anybody like that? Now, if I say one of the things that hits you and you sit next to your bull, your bay, don't say nothing, keep looking straight ahead. The other person you're coming into contact with, I want to call that person the professor. The professor is the person who acts superior, always putting down the other mate. They always have to teach the other one how to do something. They have a tendency to talk down to other people with a condescending viewpoint. They're always instructing, like the kindergarten teacher with her four-year-olds. Always have to make sure that they puts the other one in place. You know that one who says, Pastor, that was a powerful message. He really needed that message today. That is the professor that we run into in terms of our mate. Then there's another one who's called the psychologist. This is the one who tells the other why they do what they do. They tell them what they do and why they do it. They're always analyzing the other person's activities, conversations, and motives, and they want to tell the motives of what the other mate is doing as if they know what's behind every thought or word of the other individual. Rather than take what a person said on face value, they want to tell them what they were thinking when they said it, and what type of sociological dysfunctions triggered that specific response out of that individual. So they listen not with the concept to really communicate, but to help analyze and psychoanalyze the other, to tell them what's wrong with them. They want to put you on the couch every time you come to communication. I know somebody like that in this room. Here's another one. This person is called the historian. The historian is the one who's always contradicting what the other one says. They always bring up the past. As a matter of fact, even when one person is telling a story, the historian is the one who always got to correct them. If one person says, it was a Saturday in April. No, it wasn't a Saturday in April. It was a Thursday in May. Rather than let the person tell the story, the historian is the one who always brings up the past, always correcting the other ones, always bring up, always the I remember when. The historian is the one who rarely lets things go. Even if you've moved on from a bad spot in the relationship, the historian is the one who, as soon as trouble rises, goes back to pick up something that was supposed to have been buried, stuff you've forgotten about. I wish I had a witness. The historian is the one who can remember when you wasted something on her skirt at the prom in 1986 at Washington High School. It's the one who always brings up stuff from the past that's negative in nature. There's another person we run in contact with. This person is called the dictator. This is the one who uses verbal force, places the man, who tells the other one what they're going to do. Some even use physical force. If you do this, then I'm going to do it. You better not do this. Do it again and see what happens. This is the one who talks to grown people in that type of language to let them know what's going on. This is the lady who has learned to put her husband on punishment. And dictates every situation based on what happens when it's time for the husband to receive some good evening. It's manipulative. In order to get what they want, they place demands to tell the other what we're going to do, how we're going to do. The other one, the sixth one, is the comparer. The comparer is the one who's always making comparisons. My other friend wouldn't do this. You don't do this. My first girlfriend didn't handle things like this. Or this is the one who says, this is the man who says, you don't make biscuits like my mama. And then the wife responds, and you don't bring home the dough like my dad. Y'all not gonna help me fix this month. Y'all making me work real hard this morning. This is the comparer. It's always something difficult going on. And the other one I want to call the conversation finisher. And this is one of the worst ones to me. This is the ones, you ever met people that when you're trying to talk, that rather than let you say what you're gonna say, they try to finish the conversation. They try to finish your thought. You be having a conversation in mid-sentence, and before you can get out, their mouth already moving. Shut up and let me finish saying. Does anybody know anybody who has any of these attributes on this page? And if any of you know anybody, or if any of these attributes fits you, then you qualified to be on the couch, Dewey's homiletical couch this morning here at the 7:30 service. Because what I want us to understand is that we all have different personalities, idiosyncrasies, and it's okay. Most of these things we learn in our upbringing. If you came across many men who had quiet fathers, take on quiet dispositions. Many women who had more demonstrative mothers, they become more demonstrative themselves. People who experienced abuse are more likely to become abusers. Persons who face verbal abuse are more likely to become verbal abusers. It's all a tendency. It's all a part of our makeup and sometimes even part of our own upbringing, our sociology. The question we got to ask ourselves is, how do we grow in relationships, particularly in our conversations?